As we did in the address book activity, we're once again overriding the onCreateOptionsMenu method to dynamically inflate a menu resource from an XML file, in this case for the View Contact Activities menu resource. So once again, we get the menu inflator associated with the activity. We call its inflate method, passing in the specific menu resource that we'd like to inflate and giving it the menu object that was received by onCreateOptionsMenu as the menu in which these items should be inflated. Now, in this particular menu, we have two options. So in our onOptionsItemSelected method, we need to know which of the menu items was selected so that we can perform an appropriate task. So in this case, we're using a switch statement, and we're getting the menu item's item ID and comparing it with the resource IDs for the two menu items that we specified in our XML document. If it's the edit menu item, then we're going to perform a series of statements that launch the add edit contact activity, and if it's the delete edit item or the delete item, excuse me, I'm going to call my delete contact method, which we'll look at down below here in just a moment. Now, for the edit item, once again, we're going to be launching a separate intent, and in this case, the first argument is simply this, because onOptionsItemSelected is just a method of this View Contact Activity class, so we don't need to qualify the this reference with the class name. And the particular activity we'll be launching is the add edit contact activity, and once again, we use the Java shorthand for loading that class dynamically. Now at line 120, we start putting various extras into the add edit contact intent that we're creating. And the reason we're putting so many extras is we already have all of the information that we need to populate the add edit contact activities set of edit texts with the data that was already displayed in this View Contact activity. So rather than load up that data again in the add edit contact activity, we're just putting all of the data as extras into the intent. So you can see here that we start with the row ID that was for the selected contact, and then we give strings for the name, phone, email, street, and city, and we get the text out of each of the text views and put that into the intent as an extra. And remember, all of these will now be part of a bundle inside of the intent called add edit contact, and then that activity will be able to extract all of that data and display it. Now at line 126, we start the activity and then we return true, indicating that the particular menu item event has been handled. And if it was not the edit item or the delete item, our default case is to simply call the superclasses onOptionsItemSelected method.